Hello, pretty people. Welcome to the Facebook Live. 1 second. All right. Well, first of all, let me say welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I do want to let you know, sadly, I thought I had it set up where it would show something cool in the background, not my green screen. I think I did everything right, but you may be forced to just watch this green screen, at least for the live version. This part will be cut out when I redo it, but for other places. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. And if you are watching, please comment, like, share, whatever. Let me know you're watching. Give me a wave, give me a love, something like that. I'm gonna go look at my phone to see who's watching live. It looks like there's a few of you. I also want to let you know, I don't know what the video quality is going to be like because what do you know? The internet went down at my house. So, hey, we're just going to move forward. We're gonna push through this just like we're pushing through life right now. You know, as you can see on the bottom there, I am hypnotist Jim Kellner, and I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live right now and give you a couple of tips to avoid some of the stress and anxiety and panic that's going on. And I'm also going to follow up with a hypnosis session, which is going to lock in the info. So if you have tips on how people can, avoid the panic and the fear and the anxiety during this troubling time, during the, I guess we're calling it the quarantine of 2020, please feel free to share. Okay, I think that covers all that info. You'll be able to watch this later, of course, on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jim Kellner. And I have other resources available at jimkellner.com. Oh, gosh, excuse me. jimkellnerhypnotist.com. Sorry. All right, so let's get right into this. Again, if you are watching, thank you so much. And if you're watching later, again, I appreciate it too. If you could take just a moment, give it a like, a comment, a share, and follow me on whatever platform you're on. So the first thing I want to just address is, so I'm just looking at the comments here. I have to pull it up on my phone. The first thing I want to address is I want to let you all know that I'm not perfect. I worry sometimes too. I panic. I went through a few days of really sulking recently. Really was. I was, I'm a hypnotherapist, so I help people to, quit smoking and get over anxiety and their fears and quit, lose weight, all that kind of stuff, motivation, success. But I'm also, oh, good. Looks like a lot of people are sharing. Thank you so much. But I also am a comedy stage hypnotist and a speaker. And sadly, I had, 95% of my bookings cancel for the next 2 to 3 months and maybe even further out as well. And so my income has been reduced drastically, my projected income. I mean, things always change. I don't know what's going on with my shoulders here. I'm in kind of a weird position. This is, I don't know. Please forgive me. Maybe I need to see the chiropractor. So I spent a few days sulking, just like a lot of other people did, and being afraid, being fearful. One of the things that I saw was really awesome. A friend of mine, Joseph Grenoir, actually, he had posted on Facebook. He said something along the lines of, "I have so many things to worry about. I can't worry about anything." And that's sort of where I came to. I'm, so many things you could worry about that I've just decided not to worry about anything. And I'm looking at new opportunities. I finally have the time to do more interaction like this with you folks. People have been asking me to do more hypnosis, online, share more tips and things like that. So I finally get to it. And then recently I had a friend reach out and say, could you please put together something for all the people out there that are panicking right now? People are panicked that they're not going to have enough toilet paper to take care of business. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I want to tell you also that I used to be a huge worrier. I was what they called a worrywart. Okay. Today we call it, anxiety, generalized anxiety disorder. I worried about everything as a kid, up and through my mid-20s, and it runs in my family. My grandma did, my mom did, my siblings, all of us, just big worriers. And somewhere along, I remember having a conversation with a friend one time in my 20s, and she was the same way. She worried a lot too. We were on the phone, and I said to her, I said, I'm going to get over this. I'm going to get over this, just like I got over my shyness. I remember making a decision to get over my shyness. I was painfully shy when I was younger, and lo and behold, I got over it. Really, I did read the book, How to Quit Worrying and Start Living, and I couldn't tell you any of the stuff from it. I'm sure some of it helped, but really, I don't remember any of it. But check it out; it's a good book. I do know that it was somewhere around the time that I read that. Sometime after that, I stopped worrying. And for the most part, I don't worry about anything. Now, every once in a while, of course, just like everybody else, there's, finances, or, especially when 95% of your work dries up. Fortunately, I still do online hypnotherapy, so I've still got that. And I've got, some online stuff, product sales and online speaking and things like that. But pretty scary time. And there's other things, relationships sometimes, I'll get a little bit worried and stuff. But one of the things that really made a shift for me is I made the decision somewhere along the line to not pre-worry. So that's my first tip. Don't pre-worry. And once you get in the habit of this, man, it really becomes very powerful. And so let me explain that. So for instance, I remember my mom, sometimes she would have some health problems, and she'd tell me, she'd say, well, I didn't want to tell you this, but because I don't want you to worry, but I'm going in for a test for something or other. And I'd say, you don't have to worry about me worrying, because I don't pre-worry. And I remember my sister would be like, oh no, mom's going in for this thing. And I said, how about we wait until we get the test results before we worry? Or, let's wait until, the person's hospitalized or whatever before we worry. And it really made a difference. It's sort of like, I was always a really good procrastinator up until about, 10 years ago when I started doing this work. I was a really good procrastinator. And oh, hey, thanks. Anne-Marie is watching from the Netherlands. Fantastic. Thanks, Anne-Marie. So I procrastinate worrying, and you can do this. Okay. A lot of people are really good at procrastinating. You can procrastinate worry. Okay. And so some examples, say you're worried about losing your job right now. How about you wait until you actually lose your job before you get worried? Okay. We spend so much energy worrying about things that never even happen, or they turn out to be a good thing. I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. That's called reframing. And so if you can, so say you're worried about losing your job, but so you say, okay, I'm not going to worry until I actually lose my job. Okay. Now say you lost your job. Okay. Now I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to pay my mortgage. Well, how about you wait until the mortgage payment is due before you worry? Okay. So there's all these different, and you can keep pushing it out, and you can keep pushing it out. And next thing you know, things will have already, happened that things will already have happened or cleared up. You find most of the things you worry about. I notice this, and you'll see it written everywhere. We worry about so many things that never actually happen. So a lot of those things, you're going to push out that pre-worrying. You're going to push that worrying out so far that eventually a lot of those things will just clear up, and you'll have nothing to worry about. Cool. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is, if you have questions about any of this stuff, please feel free to email me, jim@jimkellner.com. You can also hit me up on whatever social media channel you're watching this on. I would love to give you more help with that. Absolutely. Reframing. Now, this is a technique that's used by mental health counselors, by hypnotists, coaches, all this kind of thing. And it's looking at something from a different point of view. We're basically changing the frame that's around the situation. So you may not be able to change the situation. I think oftentimes we can, but we don't feel like we can. But in those situations, whatever situation comes up, you can reframe it. I'll give you a good example. I was talking about this subject one time in a class, and I said, "Anybody have any examples?" This guy raised his hand. He goes, "You know what?" He goes, "It's about 6 months ago. I lost my job." He goes, "I got laid off," and this was a few years ago. He got laid off, and he said, "But then I found out that I could retire." He goes, "I'm having the time of my life." So this thing that was really scary and awful actually turned out to be a great thing. So even if you're looking at this crisis that we're in, and also everything that I'm going to talk about today, or even the hypnosis, it's going to help you for anything that comes up, any kind of fear, panic, anxiety, whatever. This is going to, I don't know what's going on with my shoulders. so bizarre. Um, ooh, I'm so bizarre. I have no idea what's going on there. I'm so confused. Anyway, so, and again, I apologize for this green screen. Still, I thought there was going to be an actual background. Anyway, so, and there will be on the non-live version. Reframing, yeah. And so, so he was having the time of his life. So in this situation, think about how you can look at it a different way. So, you can't get out, you can't go out much, maybe you're on a mandatory lockdown now, or maybe you have lost your job. Or maybe, someone, a loved one is, you're fearful of them getting sick. And please understand, I understand it's really difficult to reframe things when we're in the, right when it happens and we're in the moment, and some things, man, I don't know you'll ever be able to reframe. Someone passing away. I was able to reframe my mom's passing away last year by reminding myself that it was probably good for her because she was suffering a lot before it happened. And so as much as I miss her and obviously didn't want her to pass away, sorry. She was really, in the months before, she was suffering quite a lot. So in many ways, it was a good thing for her. The suffering was gone. Anyway, it's really tough though. I get it. It's really tough to reframe in certain situations. But do your best, because here's the thing. Situations don't, and what I want to try to convey is that situations don't always mean the same thing to everyone. Okay? And we don't have to respond to stimuli in a way that we always have. And an example of that I'll give you is I get very stressed out in traffic. Even, I've spent years trying not to, and sometimes it's not as bad, but I get very stressed out. I get angry and everything. I have a friend who literally never gets stressed out. I look over at her and I get stressed out because she's so calm. And so this is stimuli that's happening to either one, that's happening to both of us, but we're both viewing it differently. So think about that. The same thing, if you're looking at a situation where, like if you're a smoker and you, or a drinker, I hear this, people, I've got to have my drink after work or something, or, but really it's how you look at things. It's not necessarily the stimuli. Everyone goes through stress. Some people deal with it differently. Some people deal with it by having a drink. Some people have it by, eat a cheeseburger. Other people are able to go for a walk. So just because you've chosen one certain thing to do or one certain way of looking at something doesn't mean you have to keep doing that. And so try and mix it up. Try and look at different ways of looking at things. And I think I got a little bit off track there. I apologize if that got confusing. That might have been two separate points. And then finally, I don't know if you had a chance to watch my other short video that I did on dealing with stress and anxiety, but I got to tell you, this one's really powerful too, and I use it a lot myself. And it just came to me one time when a client was talking to me about how things were going on at her job, where there was just so much chaos and weird people and that were stressing around and all of this. And it, as I was watching, I said, with all due respect, I don't want to make light of this, but it kind of sounds to me like you're living in a sitcom. And I came up with this idea: if I could look at stressful situations in a humorous way, like what if I were, if we looked at what's going on around us right now, we can look at it scared. Oh my goodness, I may not get enough toilet paper to take care of business. Or I could look at it as, oh my goodness, people are fighting over toilet paper. I could see Kramer running in, from Seinfeld. Whoa, I got a fight with a guy over, toilet paper. I can see George, from Seinfeld, hoarding a bunch. And so if you can try to look at it from that kind of a point of view, or the other one that I thought of too was, there's these apocalyptic movies which are really scary, but then you got the ones with Simon Pegg. I can't remember the name right offhand now, but him and his buddy, it's hilarious stuff. There's zombies attacking, and it's quite hilarious. So we can look at things in a funny light, and it doesn't mean we're making light of the situation, but we can look at things in a different way. So that's that. Those are my quick tips. And please, again, please like this, comment, share if you think it might help somebody. It really helps me to get the message out there and share it with other people. I do want to let you know too, for a limited time, this is March something, 2020, for another, probably week or two, I'm offering, any one hypnosis recording on my website for free, totally free. I'm sorry if you're watching this later and it's not free anymore, but for right now, for the next, probably until, I'll say the first week of April at least. I may just keep going for a long time. I've already given away, I think, $3,000 worth of recordings. If you want one, just head over to my website. It's jimkellnerhypnotist.com /store. Look at hypnosis recordings, and any single one you can get. All you have to do is put in the coupon code PRETTY. That's PRETTY. Stands for, of course, damn I'm pretty, my tagline. So please take advantage of that. I would, I'm just trying to, help make a difference. And I, try to ask myself every day, how may I serve? And you can ask yourself that. We're living in challenging times. How may I serve? And that's what came to me. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful. I'm going to get on with the hypnosis. So I'm going to give you, some quick tips about that. And again, really, I'm so appreciative of everyone that's watching. Looks like there's a lot of people watching right now. I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do that. Let me just check the comments again. It's so watching right now. I really do appreciate. Oops. So, all right. So hypnosis. What do you need to know to experience hypnosis? Number one, please sit or lie down. Close your eyes. This is a time to relax. So if this is not a good time for you to relax, watch this later. So because it really isn't quite as effective if you're kind of wandering around, watching TV, doing other things, and it could actually be dangerous if you're trying to listen while you're driving or operating heavy machinery or chopping vegetables or something, because you really could zone out. And that's what a lot of people describe hypnosis as. So people have a lot of different. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Emery says thanks. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'll take that off now. Okay. So the oh shoot, where was I? Shoot, I forgot where I was at. Okay. The anyway, you just they describe it as zoning out. Now, people will generally have about 3 different ways of experiencing hypnosis, is what I've noticed with clients. So afterwards, I will have some clients that will say, Jim, I heard every word you said. And then they oftentimes say, so I don't think I was hypnotized. And then there's another group of people that will say, so I heard everything you said. And then there's a second group of people, Jim, I zoned out completely. I didn't hear a word you said, so I don't think I was hypnotized. So either one of them, they think they weren't hypnotized. Everybody thinks they weren't hypnotized because we have these weird ideas about what hypnosis is, and it really is nothing. There is no hypnosis feeling necessarily. It actually happens during a certain set of brain waves. Without going into too much detail, it's sort of the same. Basically, look, it doesn't matter. Just listen, and the more often you listen, the better, because sometimes it can take a while, depending on the person, take a while for the suggestions in the hypnosis to really hit home. So, and then the third mix are the folks that they kind of zone in and out. So they hear part of the message and then they don't hear the rest of it. So it doesn't really matter. As long as you're sitting down, relaxing, you're going to get the message. And especially, as I say, if you listen to it frequently, you got to listen to it, more than once for most of us. So I hope that helps. And if you have any other questions about hypnosis, please feel free to hit me up. I'd love to answer your questions. And with that, I believe we're going to go ahead and start with the hypnosis. So please find a quiet place to sit down or relax. Sit or lie down and relax, not or relax. Sit or lie down. And I will let you know too, a lot of people will tell me, because I do online hypnosis. That's really, I do this kind, which is, it's a more general approach. And so that's another reason why you're going to want to listen to it a lot more often, because it's a very generalized hypnosis. So, stuff you find on YouTube and things like that, it's not directed right at you because I haven't talked to you. So I don't know your personality type. I don't know what exactly your goals are, what exactly your fears are. And so basically, let me just say, it's helpful for a lot of people, but it's not as helpful as if we worked one-on-one. And that's really the hypnosis I do with my clients is all one-on-one work. Works a lot more. It works a lot better. It's more effective because it's the message is very directed at you. And so sometimes people will watch some of my other videos and and they'll go, how are you going to hypnotize me remotely? I've watched your videos where you grab somebody's hand and shake their hand and say sleep, or you tug their arms and say sleep. Well, there's different kinds of ways of getting people into hypnosis. And so those are I use those when I'm doing stage work or street hypnosis. And some of that is really, it's just for dramatic effect, to be honest. It really is just for dramatic effect. Because if I'm on stage, I want to wow the audience, right? And so if you and I were doing a hypnosis session, even if we were in person, I would not shake your hand and go sleep. If we were doing therapeutic work, because that's not very relaxing. So just know that this is a different kind of induction. So no, I'm not going to be shouting sleep at you or anything like that. It's going to be probably just a calm, relaxing experience. There's a variety of ways of helping people to get into hypnosis. This is just one of those ways. All right. With that, please get in that relaxed place, sitting, lying down, whatever. Close your eyes and begin breathing slowly. And you could just go into this with some intentions. And that's whatever intentions that you have. And so maybe it's to feel more powerful. Maybe it's to feel more in control. Maybe it's to just let go of anything that is not serving you. That's right, just breathing and allowing your breathing to become slower and more rhythmic. This hypnosis session will last about 15 or 20 minutes. So just make the decision that for right here, right now, you're going to let this be your time. Your time to relax, to let go. And you could make the decision too to let go of all outside sounds and distractions as you focus solely on the sound of my voice. Allow every word that I utter and every breath that you take to guide you a little bit deeper into relaxation. Just relaxing, just letting go. Because it feels so good to just let go. And you don't have to go into trance any sooner than is comfortable for you right now. But whenever you're ready to go into trance, you can just make that decision to go there now. You can take in all suggestions that are appropriate for you and just leave all the rest behind. You're always free to accept those suggestions that are more appropriate for you whenever they're appropriate for you. And as you begin to perhaps drift off to other times, other places, I wonder if you might be willing to just imagine that you're standing in front of a chalkboard or a whiteboard and you're just writing letters of the alphabet one after the other. Writing the letter A and erasing it. The letter B and erasing it. The letter C and erasing it. Going all the way through the alphabet and then coming all the way back. Z, X. And you can just go back and forth. Back and forth. Because it feels so good. to just let go. And then I'd like you to imagine your favorite relaxing place with another part of your mind, perhaps, or with that part of your mind. It doesn't really matter because it's all up to you, because the choice is yours. That's right. The choice is always yours. Good. That's right. You're always in control. And all outside sounds and distractions just cause you to go even deeper as you focus solely on the sound of my voice. My voice will guide you into a warm and wonderful state of total relaxation, feeling safe, feeling comfortable, feeling really, really good. That's right. You're doing perfectly. Just like that. Just like that. Good. And as you continue to go even deeper with every breath, you can begin to create a safe space for yourself, a safe place. Now, there are many ways to represent that safe space, that safe place. It could be an actual place that you've been to, or it could be a place that you've imagined or thought about. And it could be represented by a picture or a symbol. Could even be a sound, a word, even the sound of someone's voice or some comforting music. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly. Just relaxing, just letting go. And this safe place, this safe space could even be a feeling. It could be a feeling that you have inside, or it could be grasping a fist, making a fist with your hand, or pressing your thumb and forefinger together. It could be anything at all. It's all up to you. Could even be a word like powerful, peaceful, love. Again, the choice is yours because the choice is always yours because you are in control. You're in control at all times, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So you truly are free to and capable of creating all the changes in your life that you wish to make. And now you can go into even further into your imagination to really create that place, that space. Perhaps you begin to build a bubble around yourself, a force field around yourself, which keeps all negativity. It keeps out anything that does not serve you. Anything at all could just be blocked from entering into your force field, into your safe space, your safe place. And you might even begin to feel that force field, that power, that energy around you. And perhaps you're drawing energy in from the universe. And then it expands out from you. Feel yourself collecting all of that safe and powerful energy. Like a magnet, you're attracting all that is good, all of the positive energy from all of the people and things around you, and repelling all negativity from people or objects or anything at all. And like a giant, powerful magnet, you're just bringing in all of the positivity. And then perhaps it's like you're switching the polarity to push out all of that positive energy out from your little bubble, your safe place, your safe space, pushing it out so that it fills the entire room that you're in. And then it begins to fill the entire building you're in. Watching, feeling, listening as your safe space, your safe place expands to fill the town you're in, the country, the entire world. Noticing how your safe space, your safe place, your protective bubble is going out all the way around the entire planet. And then you expand it even further out into the universe until it fills the entire known and unknown universe. So that no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you're in your safe space, your safe place. And any time at all that you need to remind yourself of that safe space, that safe place, you have that word that you can utter or imagine, or you have that feeling inside of you, or perhaps that physical motion that you do, clenching your fist or pressing your finger and thumb together, or whatever works for you. Or perhaps you see the words in your mind, or you see that bubble expanding further and further. And each and every time that you listen to this process, whatever it is, you can watch it expanding out further and further each and every time using this process. You find that you go even deeper into hypnosis. And your power gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And each and every time that you set the intention to go into hypnosis and you hear my voice, you automatically go right into that deep, wonderful state of hypnosis. And you can stop asking yourself those questions. Am I hypnotized? Am I not hypnotized? What does this feel like? Because it doesn't matter at all. All that matters is that you're relaxing now. Any kind of negativity from the world simply bounces off your protective field, your safe space, your safe place. You refuse to worry about anything that you don't need to worry about. Day by day, you're finding that there is less and less that you need to worry about, less and less to worry about. Because you've shifted your focus. You're looking for the positivity in every situation, searching for and finding all of the positive, wonderful, good things in the world. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly, just relaxing and just letting go. Because it feels so good to just let go. Good. That's right. You're doing perfectly, just relaxing, just letting go. Noticing now that all negativity from the world just bounces away from you. Soon you don't even notice it. Soon you're able to look at the positive in every situation. Anything chaotic or stressful happening around you immediately becomes funny. You may find that in the most stressful situations, you laugh out loud because it all seems so silly, so ridiculous. You're always finding the good in every situation, allowing the negativity to just vanish, just disappear. Feeling stronger, more powerful with each and every passing day. Soon, in fact, the harder you try to worry about something, the more difficult it becomes. Soon, in fact, you find it difficult to even worry or be concerned about anything at all. It's all just evaporating, disappearing. Any stress, any difficulties, any challenges at all become opportunities for growth, for advancement, for creating change in the world. And I don't know, but you may find that every day you're asking yourself, how may I serve? How may I serve? Finding more and more ways to help other people, other living creatures, helping the planet, the universe, sending good out into the world, and that good comes back to you tenfold, 20-fold, 100-fold. You are a powerful being of light, and you radiate that light to everyone you meet in any situation. And now take a moment to just scan back through this entire session, becoming aware of anything that you needed to see or hear or feel, which would have made this an even more powerful experience for you. And whatever you needed to experience, imagine it happening right here, right now. So that right here, right now, this is the most powerful, most effective hypnosis session that it could possibly be. You'll find that you're smiling more. You may find that you're walking a little bit lighter, feeling as if the weight of the world has been lifted from your shoulders. Soon, in fact, people begin to notice, and perhaps they even ask for your advice on how they might live more like you. Good, that's right. And now, as you watch the ways in which this powerful hypnosis is manifesting in your life in the coming days, weeks, months, and years, things become clearer to you. Perhaps you even begin to notice in the coming days, weeks, months, and years the sounds that you hear as these changes are manifested within you. Feel that sense of safety and comfort and positivity being solidified within you. And then make it all concrete in your mind, solidified in your mind, watching the changes manifest as you hear the suggestions clicking into place. Because in a moment, it's going to be time to return. And if this is a time for rest or relaxation, you simply continue doing so, ignoring all suggestions to wake. And if this is a time to be up and around, awake and alert, then on the count of 5, you can open your eyes feeling refreshed, revitalized, feeling powerful, feeling strong. Good. So now as I say 1, you start to come back, feeling more confident in your ability to handle anything that happens in your world. 2, coming back feeling more motivated, more determined than ever to live your best life. 3, perhaps wiggling your fingers and toes a bit as you're coming out of the hypnosis. Perhaps even feeling as if you've had several hours of deep, refreshing sleep. 4, stretching, moving the body because it feels so good to stretch and that's right. Move the body. And then 5, whenever you're ready, just coming all the way back, feeling rested, refreshed, revitalized, feeling really, really good. All the way back now, all the way back. Now, if you joined me in the middle of this recording, you can go all the way back and listen from the beginning, or the hypnosis started at about 20 minutes into it. Thanks so much for watching. I invite you to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those good things. I truly appreciate you joining me today. Take care, be well, be awesome. And always remember, Your success is my success. Bye for now.